Jiggy's back, and we're going deep on some floppy quotes. I've got this quote here, and it's by Eduardo Clement. I'm not sure exactly who he is, but he seems to have written books on self-development and I think business and the like. You know, one of those kind of books. And whatever, here's the quote. Wait, first let's get a picture of this guy. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Oh, can't see it well, but like, can you see that? Like, hold on. Oh, look at this brother. Oh, solid with the beard. They should make a bust of him. If you guys don't know what a bust is, it's this. But in stone form. I need me a bust for show, and I needs to bust something. Like, I need to bust my legumes. Anyway, this is the quote. Oh, what's with the exposure here? Attitude is your superpower. Oof. Hells yeah it is, man. Attitude is heaps a superpower. Especially in the common environment that most of us here in the commercial first world will find. Yes, I have to kind of single it down to that kind of place because attitude's everywhere else. But here in the common first world of commercialism and capitalism and freedom, attitude's sort of rare. A lot of people are more concerned with fitting the mold, following suit, falling in line, adapting to the supposed environment that was set for them. The environment is only like that because some certain people set some systems up that a lot of people have agreed with, that the consensus has agreed with, that works. And so most people want to fall within those systems and work those systems. And sadly, those systems, they're just systems and ideas created off the top of someone's head, not considering human error, just like many other calculations we have out there in life. This is a civil system. There we go, a civil system. That's the best way to describe it. There's systems all over the world. Like, nature is pretty much all systems and mathematics. That's a bit of a deep thought that I think a lot of people may not want to embrace, but everything is mathematics. Language is mathematics. You know, putting this word all together and making sure it comes out, the sum of it comes out correctly, and that the person receives it correctly. That's all mathematics. Anyway, I'll stop with that. Civilized systems. I'm talking about systems that are created to aid to the growth of civilization. Civilization. A man-made construct. A piece of technology that has aided us in our comforts and our pursuit for pleasures for thousands of years. Ooh. But what does the growth of civilization involve? It involves millions and billions of people just following the script, not straying from the script, not improvising something off the top of the head. No. Apparently, for you to fit into your environment, you need to follow the script verbatim. And you know what that does? That dulls a man's fire. Because every man's fire is different. And I'm saying man because, no offense, but that is actually the correct English way to speak such matters. Man. It's got nothing to do with gender or anything. Anyway, man. Oh, but salute to all you that don't agree with the word man. But I'm following the mold right now. Man, all men have a different sort of fire within them. And depending on what system they adopt, depending on what system they choose to join and dance to, it may not fuel their fire. The best of us can find a way to blaze our fires loud and still go along with the system. But it's not easy, not while everyone else lives in fear. Yes, I said it, lives in fear. Because you know what that fear is? That fear of not fitting in. That fear of not being like everyone else around me. That fear of not being what you're supposed to be. Under the system's words, that is. It doesn't matter if it goes away from your authenticity and your true natural soul. As long as you fit in, that's what matters. Just as long as whatever system is telling you how you need to fit in, that is what most of those who live in fear will follow. And do you know why I say they live in fear? Because when it comes to them being themselves, they won't even listen to that inner voice. You know what they'll listen to? They'll listen to an outside voice or an outside image of what apparently everyone is trying to be. But little do they know that everyone else that they're watching is also watching everyone else in what they're all trying to be. And so they're all just following some man-made systems that have nothing to do with themselves and will only benefit their survival to the bare minimum. Some of us call it breadcrumbing. I don't know. Look at me, I'm living in the same system. But I can't say that people want to be like me. People want to copy what I'm doing, because I find it very hard to be part of this system. I know how to reap the rewards. Doesn't mean I do reap the rewards. But there is a fear of one's inner self. And when you ignore that inner fire, that inner passion, that spirit, because spirit is just emotion. When you ignore those emotions, that spirit, how can you bring attitude? So those who are more in touch with themselves and their emotions, their spirit, their inner passions, you can tell who they are. As soon as they're around, their energy is intoxicating. You can't help it. Notice it. Aspire to it. Hate it. Because it reminds you of what you didn't do. And since you live in fear, all you can do is criticize it and belittle it so that you feel better about whatever it is that you've been doing. But when it does come around, it shakes the earth. And yes, we all know that attitude is your superpower. It's what makes those changes when you truly need it. You might be putting in all those little efforts to get that change, But there's going to be that one point where you're going to have to put a bit of sass in it, a little more grunt, a little more grr to your grit, a bit more attitude. And when people recognize that, they know, oof, we better let him get his way. And when you get that way, your way, you know you're killing it. Is that what the quote's about? I don't know, but I like that one, Eduardo Clemente. I like that. My father's name's Eduardo, so I already respect you. You're both visionaries. You're both leaders of your people. God bless you. And I'm gonna go. Bye now.